was a dark time for horror. You see, the oversaturated market of the 1980s had caused filmmakers and moviegoers to suffer a horror hangover of sorts. With movies like Misery, Sleepwalkers, and even Candyman being the only true standouts from the early part of the decade, it was easy to see that horror needed a major jumpstart. That such jolt of energy would come in 1996 in the form of a slasher, but a stabby movie with a twist. Gone were the campgrounds, the babysitters, and the sleep-deprived teens, and in was a what-if scenario, more grounded in everyday life and loosely based on a case of the Gainesville Ripper, Danny Rawling. It asked the question, what if someone you knew took their love of scary movies too far? That movie would be Scream. Scream was written by Kevin Williamson. It was initially going to be called Scary Movie. Williamson wrote the initial script in just 3 days, as well as 2 separate 5-page outlines for potential sequels. He took inspiration from such movies as When a Stranger Calls, Prom Night, and Halloween, and he crafted what I feel is the quintessential love letter to the 80s slasher film. Now, who would he get to steer this ship of horrors? Well, enter the legendary Wes Craven. Now, if I have to tell you who Wes Craven is, then never mind. See, most people think that this was a Wes Craven creation. No, Craven merely took Williamson's script and brought it to life, but adding his own style that made the Elm Street and The Hills Have Eyes movies iconic. Craven was hesitant at first to do the movie. He had become tired of doing just horror films and wanted to try other things. But it was when he heard that Drew Barrymore wanted to be part of the film, that was all it took to have him on board. Now you take all those elements, plus you add in some of Hollywood's best up-and-coming young talent, you mix that all together and boom, you have got a new franchise and a new horror icon was born. Ghostface was different from other slasher villains. He wasn't undead, super strong, or cannibal, or any of that other crap. No, he was a mysterious person in a cheap Halloween costume that you would find in Walmart or Target. He terrorized the folks of Woodsboro, California. He was super clumsy, and for the most part, he was kinda sloppy with the whole murder gig. But that was the magic of the film. It was what made it believable. It made you think that this could really happen in everyday life. Now, not to ruin the movie if you've never seen it, I'm not going to go into the plot too much, but I'm sure unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen this movie. In the end, Scream just may be the most financially successful slasher franchise ever, and it has been parodied to death over the years. It's not a perfect film, and it has a ton of visible flaws. And the sequels, well, they seem to lose that magic that made the first special as time went on, but you have to give the devil his due. Ghostface, as the new horror icon, the new kid on the block, just may have saved horror for a new generation of fans, and at a time when the old fans had stepped away, he kind of brought them back into the fold. Just want to say thank you guys for watching another episode of Be Kind, Please Rewind. And remember, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you again next time on Behind the Fiends. Ooh.